Hey everybody, happy Friday. My name is Eric. This is Eric's Crypto Corner. First recording in hopefully many. Apologize for the get up here. I did just get back from cutting the grass. That is something we still have to do without making millions and billions of dollars because I just started my YouTube channel. We're probably getting pretty close though, so let's take a quick look. Well, it's not going to do it, but at least it's a good start. So, um, why should you follow this channel? All right, well, I think first of all, the big tamale that I do bring to this space is my day job. I have been an enrolled agent for several years now. I think it's like 8 years or something like that. And I've been in the accounting space for over 15. So, what does that mean to you? If I have tax and accounting background, uh, well, I can't spell, so we have word check for or spell check for. But anyway, tax and accounting, I see a lot of people asking questions when I do taxes, like, what things can I deduct if I'm, running a mining business? What things, what's considered income, right? So many people that have mining businesses or are doing, Salad AI or any kind of AI rendering, they always have these questions about, well, what's taxable, what's not. Other typical questions could be, do I have to pay taxes when I sell crypto? Or do I have to pay taxes when I swap, crypto? Is on a decentralized exchange, centralized exchange, these kinds of things. So there's a lot of benefits uh, to having these answers for the community. Now you may be saying, well, look, I got TurboTax for that. I got a tax person for that, and that's great. If you have somebody that can help you in your space, then that's awesome. But I find most people in this space really don't have somebody to help out. So, what are the other reasons, that you might click the subscribe button here today? Let's see what else we got. Well, what I can say is I personally, have been in crypto for almost 5 years now. Personally, involved. I don't know. It seems worded wrong or whatever, but I have personal experience in this space. And what does that mean for you? Number one, I am actually going to show you how to do certain things through my uh, successes. Oh, geez, here we go again. Successes. I don't know, and failures. Now, HR doesn't like that. You probably call it successes and learning opportunities. All right, opportunities. There we go. Spell, Eric. Spell. I have my own money invested. I'm not a big channel. I'm not getting free stuff. I have my own money invested in this thing. So because I have, my own, 5 year history of crypto, uh, you know, and this tax and accounting bit, I think that's a big plus for the community. So you may be asking, well, what have you really done, in crypto in the last 5 years? You're this little itty bitty channel. Well, I've actually done a lot. I have done GPU mining. I started in September 2020 um, with GPU mining, buying Bitcoin, using exchanges. I got into Asic mining, Bitcoin, and some other stuff. And as that kind of came to an end, um, I did get into AI rentals, specifically with Salad. I know it's kind of a noob uh, program to use, but I like easy stuff. And I got into solar even. So I actually have my own solar setup I did with my own little two hands. And I'm an accountant. I can barely use these things you see in this video. I can barely even type. So, if I can do this kind of stuff and share my experience with you guys, hopefully it helps you and you can do it too. So let's talk about goals here. This list is kind of my goals of the channel to really help everybody. Number one, crypto basics. I think I come across a lot of people, even to today, that are still they're still not really sure what crypto is. How do I get to it? What do I do with it? What's safe? What isn't safe? Things like that. Like what do I even do? So that's going to kind of be, I think, several videos, just some easy beginner stuff. Second thing, I want to keep people up to date a little bit on crypto news and updates. There's a lot of other big channels out there that can do that. But I will, if there's something major, I do want to bring it up. A big one for me, updates on crypto scams and warnings. I will try, my best to keep people updated to scams and warnings. I have a lot of clients that actually have gone through this. Obviously, there's privacy things there, but in general, I'll discuss some things, that people can look out for. And some of the really fun stuff that I get into, you saw later on down that list was, GPU mining. So like I said, we have, I don't know which way this is the camera. This way? Does this look better? I don't know. GPU mining, I have some of that going on. Down later on the list was some, Asic mining. This is a very, very small, Asic miner, home miner, lottery miner type of thing. And that is where, a big part of my passion lies. Something that's kind of new and fairly recent this year is the Bitcoin node setup. This is effectively you can mine directly at home to your own Bitcoin node. This reduces your speed and gives you some other advantages. There are some, disadvantages as well. But I do have some experience with that. I have tried a couple of different softwares out there, and I do like one in particular. So we'll go through that. But some of the GPUs that I use now, in fact, most of them now are on AI compute. I'm okay going into some general tax questions. I'm totally fine giving you some general or point you in the right direction kind of stuff. And the same thing with accounting, and tracking, for your crypto and stuff like that. That's a little easier to get through. I have some really good choices there. But if you need actually somebody to do your taxes, hire a tax professional. Don't screw around all this stuff. The IRS is just chomping at the bit to, get more tax revenue out of you. So do it right. And the last thing that I probably won't do a ton on is going to be a little bit of solar. I'm not an electrician. I shouldn't really be showing anybody how to do solar, but I can kind of just go through some of my experiences and some basic stuff there. Okay, well, hopefully this first video wasn't too long for you. Kind of winging it here. I know my lighting isn't perfect, but I would love to get your feedback below. Let me know, how is the mic? How is the lighting? Or my dog's barking, stuff like this. I don't think they were this time, but give me some comments, give me some feedback. I'd love to get better at this as I grow through the channel. I'd love for you to like the video, subscribe if you feel like this content will be of any value to you in the future. And, again, thanks for watching. If you got this far, if you did, down below, maybe go ahead and put Eric can't spell, or maybe you should mark, or let me know how good of a speller you are. Until next time, peace.